Well, welcome back to Pistons, Twins, and Turbines. I'm Dave, and tonight we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're not actually taking a flight. I'm going over the top aircraft that I currently own that are on sale currently in the X-Plane org store for Memorial Day weekend 2020. Little disclaimer, I have no relation with any of these designers. I'm not getting any kind of commission to say any of this. It's simply me just doing good service for you guys and recommending the aircraft that I currently think are worth it to buy while there is a sale going on. So let's get to my first aircraft. That is the King Air, and they're in no particular order, by the way. So it's not like best to least best or whatever. It's just whatever kind of aircraft you guys like to fly and you're interested in, then grab those ones. All right, so King Air 350. This is a study level aircraft. So if you're looking for something that you can jump into, pull out the manuals, study those manuals really well, go over true performance charts, weight and balance, everything else that you would do as a real pilot to fly a plane, this is the aircraft that you want. As you can see, the PBR textures are outstanding on it. The cockpit is outstanding. It comes with weight and balance, fake passengers, static elements. So everything is modeled very well. I got some notes here. Let's just see what else we got. Icing, rain effects, the F-mod sounds, full support for all the systems, and just an outstanding aircraft overall. So I would highly recommend this one. And current pricing for you, $35 usually. It is, I'm sorry, usually $49.95 and marked down to $35. All right, let's get into the next one. The Diamond DA62. I actually fly this one quite often. I just did several videos on this one. I did one that was just a quick tour of Northern California, True Earth in it. I did a training video on this aircraft showing you real world procedures from takeoff to landing. This is a fun aircraft. I really like this one. The views out the windows are outstanding. The textures on this aircraft, the PBR textures, just the weight and balance, the way they have this menu system that you're seeing up right now. You can put fuel in it, you can put the passengers in it, open and close all the doors. Everything's fully functional. It's very easy to start and very easy to fly. So you could just jump in it and probably take off and fly. But if you want to do more of a study level with it and use real performance charts, those kinds of things, you can also do that. So it's only easy because Diamond makes this aircraft easy to fly. It's supposed to not be complicated. It's supposed to be an easy twin for someone to fly. So less complication, less things to go wrong. Is how you just saw those engines start up. That's how it starts up in real life. You go watch any videos on a real Diamond DA62, it starts up that easily. The sounds are outstanding on it. So again, I would highly recommend this aircraft. Also, let's see, price wise, usually $34.95 and it's marked down to $24.47. I think I mentioned the G1000 system, the O2 support, so it mimics the O2. So if you're using O2, because it's not a pressurized cabin in it. Got the 3D, VR ready, so you do get the VR ready in it, and everything else I mentioned. All right, let's get on to the next one. Just going to move right through this list so it's not too long of a video, and just recommend these aircraft so you guys can go check them out and see if you want to nab one. All right, so this is the Eclipse 550. This is a fun little jet. This is a private small jet. I'm going to show you a Cessna Citation Mustang coming up also, and it's in that same category. So this is like a small Learjet entry level, but it's a blast. These things are like rocket ships. and they're no slugs. I mean, the citation goes up to like 41,000 feet. I forget the exact height that this one goes up to. This one has some awesome systems in it. It's got the Garmin, so right in the middle there you can see the 750. It has the GTN 650, and then also it has a custom programmed Dynon Skyview system in it. I don't know if it's programmed to the exact specifications of the real one. I think there's some parameters and menus that are left off it, but there's enough there to get real world performance out of it and do this to a semi-steady level. For the amount that you're getting in this, and those systems, the 750 and the 650 in there aren't add-ons. That's actually with the aircraft programmed by them. So you're getting all these electronic goodies for a really good price. It also has rain effects. What else do we have in it? VR ready also. And that's about it. Other than that, it's fun and it's a blast to fly. So $39.95 usually, marked down to $27.97 right now. Next up, Cessna citation that I was just talking about. There isn't a video preview on explain.org here, but you can go to my channel, and I just did a full video on this plane, did a full review on it, why flying over the US Southern California, new scenery. So that's kind of a fun video to go look at. And if you're interested in this aircraft, I'll go into complete detail on it. I'll show you some quick pictures on it. It's got a full weight and balance, so you can do the fuel, load up the passengers. It also has fake 3D passengers. I'm not a fan of that. If you're a fan of that, you can throw them in there. I think they kind of look weird, but that's up to you. The different options to remove the yoke, close the doors, open the doors. There's a GPU that you can do. There's even a flashlight. And then the checklist is really good on it. So I matched this up against a real checklist, and it matches up against the real thing. It's in detail. The only thing you don't have is the emergency checklist in there, but you can go online. There's one that you can find. You can actually get the full manual for this if you look online. Just Google it and it'll come up. You get the full G1000 suite in here. This is the X-Plane G1000 with some customization to look like the real aircraft. I can tell you this aircraft, the performance is spot on. Now, I heard when it first came out, there was some complaints about it and then they updated it. It's 1.03 right now. And what some of the complaints was that it climbed like at 6,000 feet per minute when it's supposed to climb at 3,010 feet per minute. The performance was off on it, but that's all. There's those fake people for you. They don't look actually too bad in this aircraft. Some of them look pretty weird, but they don't really move or anything, so I don't like it. But the performance is spot on. So I took this aircraft from San Diego, took off, climbed to 41,000 feet in 25 minutes, stayed at 41,000 feet for 5 minutes, had to descend right away down to Oakland, California. It was only a 54-minute flight, and matched that up to real world performance charts that I have, and it was spot on. I was only within 50 pounds of the fuel that I was supposed to use, and I used 50 pounds over what the plane says I was going to use, and that's only because I vectored myself in, kind of took a route and came back around because I didn't descend fast enough to get into Oakland. So I think it would have been spot on otherwise. So if you want a highly accurate flight dynamic and weight and balance and performance aircraft that's a fast, fun jet, this thing is really fast. It does just around 400, a little over 400 miles per hour, 390 or 80 knots or something like that. But grab this one. It's $22, so that's a steal, I think, for this level of complexity. $31.95 usually. Oh, VR support also. All right, the next one that's up is the Cessna 310. I really like this aircraft. I have it. I haven't flown it for a little bit. Probably it's been a couple of months. But I used to fly this one all the time. If you're looking for a light twin GA aircraft, this is one of the first ones I would grab. What I like about it is, yes, it's an old school aircraft. but they made it look old. They didn't make it look new, so the textures are outstanding in it because it has that old type look. I mean, you can just see right here, things are faded, scratched up, and it brings that immersion, like reality to when you're flying it. It also has different options for the GPS, so 530, a 430, or you can go old school and leave the GPS out of it. And that also has an old school storm scope if you want to leave that in it, or you can have the 530 and 430 and then it gets rid of the storm scope. The flight dynamics on it are highly realistic. I'm a real pilot, and this thing flies. The 310 has wing tanks on it, like you see there, and that makes it kind of awkward in the yaw sometimes. So it can yaw back and forth awkwardly, and you get that real feeling in this aircraft. So it's pretty amazing that they were able to match those kind of flight dynamics with it. It also is super efficient, super fast, and just a lot of fun to fly. So I would highly recommend this one. All right, $26.95 usually, and $19.95 is the current price on it. It's by a digital replica. Right on the next one. So the DH6 Twin Otter 300 series. This one is by RW Designs, usually $29.95, currently $19.57. Bring the video up on it for you. All right, so this is another plane. It's a lot of fun. I wouldn't say that the flight dynamics are completely true to what the aircraft is. I don't know. I've never flown one. I don't know what they really fly like in real life. But it feels a little off. Like when you're using the throttles and stuff, I can't really explain it, but I kind of doubt that it has the dynamics of the real plane. But that being said, it's still a lot of fun. I like where the throttles are on it. It's fun to do like an island hopping in it, or go up into like mountainous areas and go into short little runways. It'll perform really well for that. So you can do short takeoff, short landings on it. The textures are really good on it. It's like I think a 19-person little small regional island hopper plane. And everything does work on it. It's just I don't think the flight dynamics are probably spot on it. It comes with the 530, got your whole radio stack in there. Anything else I can tell you on it? 4K, rain effects, F-mod. The sounds do sound really good in it. Weight and balance is there. And then it has support for the GTN 530, although I believe that is a plug-in. So that doesn't come with it. Just to give you a heads up on that. The 530 and the 750. I'm almost positive, but don't quote me on that. Go look on the site, and I can't remember if I had that as a plug-in. I might have had that as a plug-in. I do have that plug-in, and I don't think it comes with it. So, another fun aircraft. Obviously, all these aircraft I'm recommending because I own them and I fly them, and I didn't put anything up here that I've bought that I didn't like that was currently on sale. Also, there's a lot of aircraft that I would recommend tonight, but these companies didn't put them on sale. I don't know why they didn't put them on sale. They at least should give some kind of discount. This is a big weekend. A lot of people are buying things, especially everybody staying at home. If I was them, I would have put them on sale. I mean, there's some Cessnas and other aircraft and twins that I fly, but I'm not going to not recommend them because they aren't good aircraft. It's just they're not on sale, and that's not the scope of this video tonight. All right, so a lot of you are into airlines, Boeing. I'm sure a lot of you have heard about the Airbus, the 319 by Tolis. It is my favorite of all aircraft. Now, I don't own the Airbus 321. I've watched V1 simulations. He does great videos. He's a real Boeing pilot. What he says is this is the sporty version of the two, and the 321 is the same exact aircraft, almost mimics this aircraft in every system and everything, or very close to it. It's just the longer bus version. So he says he likes this one better for the sportiness, and then the other one is the longer bus version. I can tell you all the systems are highly accurate in this, especially because I've watched all his videos and he says so, and he's a Boeing pilot that actually flies these. That's where I learned to fly a lot of these. I'm not a airline pilot. but you'll see the menu system that they have right up there. That's your whole weight and balance. You can set all your V speeds, so V1, VR, V2. It's all highly accurate. Also, if you look at the update list, they just updated this aircraft. They've been updating it since it's come out. That's what I really like about Tolis, is they keep on constantly upgrading it, and they have taken, including the guy that I'm talking about, those V1 simulations, they have taken their input to make this aircraft better. So the FMS system was completely revamped. There used to not be a secondary flight plan in there. They added that. They added a lot of other functionality that was lacking. Little things like just the door not opening, they added that. So if you want a very highly accurate, probably one of the best Airbus planes out there, in my opinion, it's this 319 or the 321. Flight Factor, I've heard great things about them too, but I can't speak for them because I don't own the Flight Factor. I wasn't going to go buy two of the same aircraft. I mean, this was plenty for me, and I like flying this. I do mostly GA turboprops and twins, and then the occasional airlines, as you know if you've been watching my channel. But I would grab this one. Oh, also, before I finish on this one, there is a BSS sound pack. I have that sound pack. It is an add-on. It is on sale right now. I forget what the price was. It's marked down a few bucks. I think that's usually like a $20 add-on by a third party. I think it's marked down to around $15 or $13 right now. Don't quote me, but somewhere in there. Grab that if you get this plane. You won't be sorry. The sounds are good in this plane, but that just makes it outstanding. It makes it like you're watching a movie when you light up those engines. I don't want this video to be too long, so we're just going to move right through this. This is just a quick overview on the planes that I recommend. Just kind of give everybody a heads up. Hey, these aircraft are on sale right now. So the Cherokee 140, the modern version by V-Flight Air. I like this one. I can vouch for this one. I've flown a 140 in real life, and this thing, and you can read the reviews on this by others too that are real pilots. This thing flies like a real 140 would. So you're going to get super good flight dynamics on it, PBR, 3D, rain effects. I don't think it has icing, but I know it has rain effects. It has the Aspen system that you see right there. So you can either go a glass cockpit or you can go full old steam gauges. So I like that you can switch it up. It has the Garmin 430 in it. It has a 3D passenger. If you want that, you can light that up. You know my opinion on that one though. But again, fun aircraft at a good price point and behaves like the real plane. So if you're looking for a single piston trainer slash, get in and just fly around, something that, especially if you're new to X-Plane, this would be a great first plane to start out with. And for the price point of 1957, usually 27, that's a heck of a deal right now. So I would grab that one. Just make sure I didn't forget to tell you anything else about it. Oh, VR. So it does have VR. So it's ready for that if you're doing VR. I'll probably hit everything else. That's about it. All right, the Diamond is another single engine piston aircraft, trainer type aircraft. This one usually $19.95, going for $15.96 by X-Hanger. I have this plane. I flew it quite a bit, and the reason I did is I have flown this aircraft also in real life. I actually got quite a few hours in the Diamond, and this is a fun aircraft. So I'm not going to vouch for the textures. It looks pretty good on the outside. The inside leaves a little bit to be desired, but it's good enough. So if you're looking for a first light aircraft or just a fun light trainer, something you just want to jump in, has good visibility, fly around, especially if you got running true earth and things like this, would be a great aircraft for that because the way the canopy is on it, you can see everything. And it's a rocket ship. This thing takes off, and in real life it does the same thing. You'll get 1,200 feet per minute out of this thing, especially if you're by yourself, probably even more. And it does 123 knots. So it's fast. It's got a long wing on it, and that thing just wants to fly like a sailplane. It's a light, long wing aircraft, makes it easy to fly. Landing, easy to land. It's just, you've got to use your flaps and you got to use all the right techniques, and you have to have a stable approach because it just wants to keep flying. So you'll just float across that runway if you don't use all the right techniques. But all the systems work in it. I mean, everything is real. There's nothing that doesn't work in it. that I can think of. It's just, you can see the textures aren't up to like, some of the newer airplanes, but if you're okay with that, I would nab this one. This is a fun aircraft. It comes with some static elements there too, as you saw. All right, next one up. Okay, so Embraer 145, 145 XR. I have these jets. These are regional jets. I haven't flown it in a long time, I'll be honest with you. Probably 6+ months or more. But I do like their aircraft. This is by X-Crafts. They've done a really good job on it, and they continuously keep on updating it. I'm actually anxious to load the updates. I just haven't had time and try out their new updates because they've upgraded a ton in it. If you go look on the site, there's a huge list of upgrades that they've done on it and a lot of things that people were asking for. It was a great aircraft to start. It's just I think they're trying to make it more study level, and it wasn't quite there. So I think they try to keep on adding to that level of realism. But he does say as the disclaimer on the website that his intentions were to make this so you could either jump in it and just get flying, or you could use it to a study level, and he has accomplished that. So if you're looking for, and it comes with the 2 jets, so you've got the short range and the long range. These are a whole bunch of other jets that they have also, so anything by X-Crafts is probably a good plane. But these are on sale right now. The other ones are too, but these are the only ones I own, so those are the only ones I could vouch for. All right, same company, but the 110. This is a small, like regional, I think 19-person passenger, like island hopper. Going for $20.97, usually $29.95. Open up the video here for you. And this one's a lot of fun. I've flown this one about maybe 2-3 months ago. I did quite a bit of flying in it. Everything's spot on except for, I would say, the performance on the takeoff and the climb seems like it's less than it should be. You're struggling to, if you're up in high altitude like up in Reno, if you're down on sea level, it's fine. But if you're up in high altitude like up in Reno or something, and you've got a lot of weight in it, you're going to struggle to get 1,000 feet per minute. Who knows? Maybe the real plane behaves like that. I've never piloted one of these planes, so I couldn't tell you for real. The systems on it are really good. You have to be careful. You can't over torque it. You have to fly this plane like you would really fly one, because the engines will literally light on fire. Trust me, I've done it when I first got this, and was just kind of torqued it up and decided I was just going to go flying and try it out really quick, and that was the wrong choice. I had to go back and do a little bit of studying. So you have to study it. You have to use the right throttle inputs, get the torque right. But it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of reviews on this one. A lot of people like it. I think it's unique looking is why people like it. And then also the instruments on it are a mix of old school and new school. So you've got the Garmin in there, but then you got a lot of old steam gauges, and there's a lot of things you have to do right to fly this plane, just settings and stuff like that. So if you like that level of realism, then this is the plane for you. And it looks good. The textures on it are good. There's nothing wrong with this plane, and I could recommend this one also. All right, I think, yep, we have made it through the list. So that's my 2020 just fast list I want to throw together. I kind of had this idea last minute tonight because the weekend came up, and I'm like, hey, I should get a list out there, and everything's on sale right now, and some people might not know, and give you some ideas on what you can pick up on the X-Plane org store. Again, I'm not affiliated with any of these people. I'm only recommending it because these are aircraft that I currently have, and just kind of want to do a good service for all my viewers and let them know, hey, you can go nab these right now, and I would recommend these. So have fun, and I will catch you on the next flight.